Our next guest wants you to take your health into your own hands. Important words.
Yes.
Yes. Her mantra is, if you want greatness, you must eat great. She is the author of the book Real Food Recovery, and today she's going to make us something she calls Glamorous Greens Detox. Mandy Blume, nice to have you.
Thank you, Jerry.
Your story is so interesting. You have had a life of really, it's all about kids. You have 4 of your own.
Yes.
Some are most are your birth children.
Right.
But you're all about fostering kids, aren't you?
Yes.
And adoption. Why is that?
I have no idea why it started. I was about 12 and knew that I wanted to adopt. And somehow, through a series of events, we ended up fostering. And I realized there's this whole world of over 400,000 kids that don't have a mom and a dad. And the statistics today for, health for our kids is not so promising.
Right, it's true.
But with foster kids, with the emotional trauma, it's even worse.
So, bottom line, she is all about eating well and making sure your kids get what they need, the greens.
Yes.
So this is a perfect example of that, isn't it?
Yes.
And this is simple to make for anybody.
Yes.
So tell us about it. Let's get started.
So the problem with today is less than 1/3 of the population, kids especially, eat a vegetable a day. Nobody eats it.
That's
so
bad.
I had to figure out how can I make this exciting for kids to eat? Because when you're dealing within the constraints of a foster system, you've got to be creative.
That's right.
And at home too. So here's what we end up doing is we just put in good fat.
Okay, what is that?
This is duck fat. You can use ghee, you can use coconut oil, anything you want.
Okay.
But you put in the fat.
Now, olive oil, is that good too?
And I don't usually cook with olive oil. I like to keep the good saturated fats because that's what coats our organs and our bodies, and the fat is really good for brain.
All right.
It's brain food.
Okay.
So, and these kids need a lot of good brain food.
I don't think this oven was on, so I just turned it on.
Oh, good, thanks.
I hope that's on. All right, so if nothing starts happening here, that's why. Thank God we have a finished product. All right, so what did you just add?
So
Spices?
in this, I combine a bunch of seasoning. I like to put it together to make my life simple. So I put in curry and turmeric and I call it weed mix just to make it fun. And we put in oregano and thyme and salt.
Nice.
And so whatever you like, paprika, just put it all in the mix. And I usually put a tablespoon or 2 in with the oil and let it marinate so that it gets good flavor.
And turmeric is so important because it's
cleanse the blood.
Yes, anti-inflammatory.
Yes.
Such a good spice for you. All right, so you've put this all, theoretically, it's simmering right now. But okay, so now we're chopping up some...
So we've got some potatoes that I've already chopped up for us.
Okay.
Because this is the magic. It has the folate. It has 48% of your daily value of vitamin C.
Okay.
We minimize the value of the potato, but everybody loves potatoes, so that's my secret in making this
here
yummy
we go.
for
It's
kids.
starting to simmer. Yeah, we got some success here. All right, so you chop up some potatoes. Can you use sweet potatoes?
Yes.
If you don't want
sweet potatoes or the white potatoes. And both have tremendous value.
All right.
So, and it makes it taste better. Then we put in onions, because onions and garlic are good for everything.
I'm telling you, and I think they're the sexiest things ever. I think they make all food sexy.
And it makes our bodies glamorous.
That's right. There you go. All right.
So we
now, why do you call this a detox?
Well, because the greens are very good at detoxing the body.
Okay.
They're full of vitamins and minerals, and instead of taking pills, which is so hard for kids to do, I figure you might as well eat it.
That's right.
And it's more absorbable that way.
Okay.
So I saute this for 10 minutes to get that goodness that everybody loves, and then you just chop up the vegetables.
So you got bok choy.
Bok choy.
And then I see, what, spinach over here?
Kale, and you can add Napa cabbage. Anything that's in season, whatever you have, just add the dark greens. They're full of nutrients.
And make sure they're fresh.
Make sure they're fresh, whatever's in season. Local farmers, stores that support local farmers, you get the most nutrients that way.
All right, excellent. So here's the finished product that has been simmering so beautifully. And I'm going to just take a scoop of this because it looks amazing. And Mandy Blume, we're going to put all this up on our website, how to make this, daytimeonline.tv, and I'm going to taste this.
Watch out, it's hot. Oh, burn.
Hot! Well, good. Wow. Oh, that is so good, but so hot. Mandy Blume, thanks so much.
Thank you, Jerry.
Cindy, throw it over to you. Throw me a fire extinguisher.